So today we are at Millennium Hall in the Millennium Park area in Chicago, and we are helping set up for the Jazzfest concession stand that they have coming up. And so what we do for customers like these, if they need this setup that's kind of away from the main restaurant office restaurant setup, what you can do is use our Pronto router devices that we use. Mainly we use these for failover for customers, but these can be deployed in situations like this, where they need a setup where there's no hard cabling, it's away from the main restaurant space. But we can deploy these Pronto routers in order to broadcast a Wi-Fi signal that the terminals can use to get online. And then with the ports on the back, we can also get a couple of hardwired devices, such as printers. So they can have printers for food tickets, as well as for guest receipts that they may want those manually printed. So we can get that set up here. So this Pronto router, this is the PC15 Pronto router. Has the slot there where we have our SIM card and the power slot, obviously. But then it also has a few different slots here. The blue one, that's the WAN slot. So we can use this. They provided cables for us that go to a main router back there. So we can plug directly into here, and the Pronto will use that and just pass that through to the devices. So we can use that kind of main hard line that they run for us out here to get to this device, and then this can broadcast the Wi-Fi signal to all the other devices. But then in the case that that main line goes down, this Pronto can kick in, use the SIM card that we have put in it, and it can use the cellular connection as the main connection now if that main ISP goes down. And then there are also 3 separate LAN ports here that we can program to be on certain VLANs. So we can have all these programmed to go on that same network that the other POS devices are going to work on. So that way, when we plug these devices in, the hardwired printers will be on the same VLAN as the devices, the terminals that will be taking payments on the Wi-Fi. And it's a very simple setup for these. We have our power supply here that we can use to plug this device into power. And then, as I mentioned before, they provided us a feed cable coming from the router in the park that we can plug in to that blue WAN cable. So we'll give that a minute to boot up, and while that is booting up, we can also get these Toast printers plugged in and connected via Ethernet. And then they do have cables running to a table in the back where they're going to eventually have their main concession stand set up. But while we're waiting for the tables for those, we can just get these set up here, make sure they're online and programmed correctly. So just to get this printer connected, we have an internet in port back here, and then we can plug into the LAN 1 port. And then we will get this printer connected to power with this USB-C cable. And then we can get the second printer connected. And then we'll just get an IP test printed out to double check the IP addresses of these two. And they should be good to go.